Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana is caught in the corrective spiral like the entire sector. So also Solana continues to sell off. There is currently no indication that a low is in. Yesterday, Solana gave us a very clear signal that it wants to take the pathway to the downside and that it wants to move down in wave C or 4. Okay, so here in this region, we were caught in a balance of forces. There was a short-term bullish as well as a short-term bearish scenario. In both of these, the destination was basically the support area in a wave 4. Yeah, so either the idea was either we go there directly or we form one more high and then come down in a wave 4 before a wave 5 should start. So there were two pathways that would lead to the same destination. The market has basically decided to take the more direct path, which can be preferable for anybody who doesn't want the prices to be caught in a correction for a long time, because imagine another third wave rally, then the wave 4, I mean, that was taken a long time. So in a sense, it can be positive to see that direct correction take place. And we finally arrived in this support area, which is defined between $79.30 and $59.40 next. The last reliable level of support I have on this chart is the $47 level. So technically it could use the entire box, but the chart at the moment, I don't think it needs that much more of a sell-off. So we're going to take a look. I think still not finished. Obviously it only broke down yesterday. The breakout point was 85.50 or 85.50. That was the level where it confirmed. And since that level broke, the price dropped another round about 8%, right? Posted it on Twitter, the X network, already a few days ago on the 18th. That below a break of 85.50, we will have a confirmation of the yellow scenario. And yeah, that the price was just moving in our defined range. So breakout of the range, for example, to the downside typically indicates that it will follow that downside scenario. When we are moving in a range, and you will remember here that Solana was moving just in this range, it was a short-term bullish, short-term bearish case, but without a breakout, nobody knows. And the market had to decide. Key is to understand what is the relevant level that gives us that hint, that indication, and it was the 85.50 level to the downside. Make sure that you follow us also on Twitter or the X network for additional content. There are daily market updates, stuff about mindset and so on, posted every single day. So just make sure, please, bit of a scam warning here, make sure that you only follow the official social media accounts. That's something that's applicable more generally. We also have Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, obviously. Make sure, please, you only follow the official links. I cannot say it often enough. For some people, it might be irrelevant to hear because they know what's going on, but there are a lot of impersonators around there. We get them banned regularly, but they reappear, and we would never send you a direct message on social media. Never, ever. So whenever we contact you on social media, it is a scammer. Okay, so that's very important. Very important. Okay, so we would never ask you how your trades are going or stuff like that. It's just, yeah, they just want your money. There are no giveaways or anything. Just need to mention that because people they're getting scammed every single day, or at least they try it. Most of you know about it, but there might be the odd person. And if I just protected one person from this, then yeah, it was useful to mention that for a minute. Okay, so the idea is now this C wave to the downside is unfolding right now. It's likely that a wave 1 completed, that a wave 2 completed. We're now in the third wave to the downside. There should still be a 4 and 5. I did add the resistance area, I think yesterday already, to the chart, or earlier today. It's just for the, for the scenario that we could see a fourth wave. In case we see a fourth wave bounce from here, and there's currently no indication that it started, but it could start from somewhere here, then the resistance area is all the way up to 93.45. That doesn't mean it starts now, but it means that if it starts, and if the price breaks above 93.45, that would confirm that the fourth wave is over. Overall, the fourth wave. I don't see that happen yet. I can see a potential bounce from somewhere here, for example, from 77.70 or $74. They are the next main Fibonacci support levels to watch. But again, I cannot see it break above resistance from here, not with that scenario. So in that scenario, the fourth wave should, this fourth wave, this smaller degree fourth wave, should stay below $93.50. Okay. If it breaks above it, then it would indicate that this interpretation is incorrect, or at least it's transformed. It's not gonna follow this pathway any longer. Alternatively, I mean, let's look at what is the 100% extension. I think that was already reached. I mean, it is technically possible that this is a WXY structure. Okay, so that would be a bullish alternative, but I can really only follow it above 93.45. See, it's always possible that the market turns around, right? It's always possible, but this could be then, so for example, it's possible that this is an ABC. That's what we're tracking. It's, in my opinion, the most likely scenario. The boundaries tell us when the market is doing something different, when the market is undergoing a change. And that could mean that all of wave 4 is finished somewhere here, but there is absolutely no evidence for it at this stage. There's not even evidence that this third wave to the downside is finished. It could then also mean that this here was just a larger A wave. We're moving up in a larger B wave and get a C wave to the downside. But we will not be able to make a call about that until we've seen the price break above 93.50 and until we've seen the structure of that rally. Because if it's corrective, deeply corrective, it would indicate the C wave down is following. What it then means is, okay, we're now in the orange support area. Ideally, everybody is getting positioned in one way or another from, in this region. If a B wave occurs, it could be there for, opportunistic profit taking. If we then see a C wave down, a first 5 wave move down in that C wave, that would be a signal that the B wave is over. Then we can also calculate a target for that C wave down. But all of that is just possibilities. We want to focus on what is now happening right now. Stay in the present. We focus on what we see. We see that we're now only just now entering really the main support area that we've had on the chart for many months. No, actually, well, yeah, we've had it, but it was adjusted. It had to be adjusted until the price topped here in December. So basically for a month, it's been like that. And the first level of support for wave 4 is 79.30. Now that broke now. So we're watching the next micro support levels as 77.70 and $74. And it could be that this bounce starts from there. Now let's take a look at some indicators. 1 hour chart, oversold. 4 hour chart, oversold, deeply oversold. Yeah. So I think a fourth wave bounce at least is likely, and maybe then the move down afterwards could help it to form a bullish divergence. Then looking at the daily time frame, takes a moment to load today. Not yet oversold, but that that is okay because we are not yet finished with the move, right? So it would be, an oversold reading on the daily on any chart really can be quite interesting as a potential buy signal, right? I'm not saying it is, but historically, I don't know why it's slow now, but we're done anyway with the analysis. It can be interesting as a buy signal. It might be interesting to consider it because typically whenever on the daily time frame a chart is oversold, yeah, that's something to watch. That's something interesting. It doesn't happen every day, and typically indicates that a bit of a bounce is happening. Okay, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.